If Kanye West or Jay-Z or any US artist decided to come and live in London, Shoreditch, wherever, would you expect them to have some sort of effect on the scene in here? Would they have to make an effort to work out here? Because my assumption is that they'd be coming over here to chill.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, why should they give a fuck as well? I should be able to go wherever the fuck I want to go to and just live my life. What the fuck?
I feel like there's a lot of selfish people out there and people are really very much out for themselves. If you want to contribute, it should be off your own back. I don't think people should be saying you should be doing this and you should be doing that, because then when you do say that, they do it and it's not genuine.
The whole don't expect anything from anyone is like, alright, cool, if we'll just live like savages then, innit? And we'll just expect everybody to just be money hungry, out for themselves and not give a fuck about anybody else. Like, that mentality doesn't work for you. You have to demand some kind of respect. If everybody was just happy to accept that everybody's an arsehole, then the world would be a shit place.
Madonna, she's American, she don't give a fuck.
If you go somewhere to live, you're obviously paying your rent, you're paying every fucking fee you need to pay, right? You're paying all your business rates you have to pay just to be able to survive and be there legally and shit. What do they owe?
They got an album or some shit and they're staying in a certain place, then it's only beneficial for them to be mixing and blending and doing interviews and whatnot. But you know what happens though with a lot of superstars? When they go away for a break, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're forever going in the sea to get away from shit. So I don't literally mean in the sea. I mean obviously on a yacht. Like they're obviously on a yacht, innit? Yeah, they're on some sea shit. However, when they're down here, like if they come to a different country, whatever country it is, whether it's England or Japan, Thailand, wherever it may be, maybe if they got something to promote, then they should be in the mix of shit. But if not,
but that's up to them, you know.
I think artists need to show a little bit of respect. You're taking fashion from here, you're taking music from here. And Kanye especially, I know certain people that put Kanye up on things and he doesn't show a great deal of respect to the UK, and a lot of his style and musical influences come from the UK. And he's moved to London now and nobody sees him. Show a little bit of respect to the scene that helped create you.
In these debates, that we're always talking about how UK artists should be looking up to US artists, and if maybe like, you know, not have something to prove, but look up to them in terms of we're doing rap now, hip hop is a US thing. So we want to be able to look up to them and hopefully they'll be able to respect and understand what we're doing. So if someone comes over here from the US and is living here in the middle of all of it, then surely you would, as a hip hop artist, as an MC, you would like to have some sort of something.
That's what I think, yeah, really and truly. If you go Jamaica, if you go anywhere, I think it's only right that you show the respect to the country, that you embrace their culture.
Embrace their culture though, what do you mean?
Don't be ignorant to it.
Kanye's like,
he's embracing the fashion.
You've got music as well.
But I'm just saying, as a fellow Jamaican, if I know someone comes over to the country which I love, and they come and embrace the culture, rock two dreadlocks.
You're looking at it as in like, yeah, they're embracing the culture, and someone else is looking at it like, why are you trying to imitate my culture? You see what I'm saying? Yes, of course. If I go to Scotland, yeah, and I feel I have to wear a kilt because I'm in Scotland.
As for the whole thing of come to this country, respect this country, I think, come on man, it's 2012. Like, it's just so tiring. Why has everything got to be so prim and proper all the time?
Kanye makes millions off of his UK audience, whether it be through his music, videos, fashion stores, whatever. Kanye makes millions. Yeah. So if you're gonna come here and take our money, not only that, take our sound for your last album, because I don't care. I watched the Throne album. There was a lot of dubstep and a lot of grime in the sound on there. You're gonna take that without giving credit. Then at least embrace yourself in the scene. Especially, you're living in Shoreditch. There's an issue with Shoreditch and Dalston and these areas anyway, because they've been gentrified to shit. Rich, trendy people from England, yeah. So if you're gonna get someone rich, trendy coming from another country and not embrace it, that's even worse than the English people moving in and trying to make it trendy and gentrified.
But what do you mean that he owes us shit because he used dubstep on his last album? We've been doing hip hop for fucking yonkers. It's your own decision wherever you decide to put your hard-earned cash. It's up to you. Because you put your cash into me, I don't have to fucking suck your dick. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I don't have to do none of that shit.
Let me show you something. You come to my when you're paying rent to stay there, yeah, whatever. There's still rules and regulations. Still like respect. I don't have to tell you to do certain things. Just out of respect, you should do it. If Kanye West comes over to this country, he should maybe take into account the music. Listen to some of the artists, like, out of respect.
Kanye should be able to do whatever he wants, I think. I can see where they're coming from. It would be really nice if he came to England and took part in some of the production of music, and, you know, or maybe he had like a UK rapper featuring on his songs every now and then, and he really took on the British culture and British music, especially like British rap music, grime. That'd be really good. Could you imagine if you saw Kanye West on like a grime freestyle, K-Coke or something like that? That'd be really good.
Let's be really, really real. If you don't do it, you're just open to robbery, innit? To be honest. That's the kind of shit. Come on, we're from London. We know how it works over here. That's the kind of shit that will get you robbed on sight when people see you. I'm very respectful to wherever I'm staying and the people that's looking after me and the culture that I'm staying within.
Once again, I love everyone in this fucking debate, but this is probably the one most likely to be like, you know what, disrespect me, we'll get into you. So he has his personality, but I don't think he was being serious, you know what I'm saying? Because what? Because fucking I don't or shout out a couple artists' names then that deserves me getting robbed. It's bullshit.
It's different with Americans because obviously they're the leaders basically of whatever when it comes to the whole fashion and music.
Nah, not fashion.
Not fashion. You're gonna say not fashion, but everyone's dressing like Tiger now. So yeah, fashion. In terms of they get it from here, but it's the Americans that make it look big.
Who's everyone?
When I look at certain things,
you know, black people are 3%. So if you're looking at them, give that.
I'm focusing on the 3%, and whether you look like it or not, you're still talking about the 3%. Do you know why you're talking about the 3%? When Kanye comes here, who does he work with? Mr. Hudson. He don't fuck with no niggas.
Kanye was fucking with SAS.
He's not fucking with them no more.
It's not like he's only ever messed with like.
The point that I'm trying to make is that the people that are coming up now, when our whole scene is coming up, they ain't really getting no cosigns. If you want to bring K Coke into it, fair enough, each to their own. But Jay-Z is another prime example. Like he's the biggest rapper right now. In my opinion, he don't sign the good artists from the UK. No one comes and co-signs the good artists from the UK.
They're ignorant to it.
Don't expect nothing from no one, then you won't be disappointed. And on that note, I'm going to drink my Lemsip.
Real talk, I'm not gonna have my life like that, you know.
What are the actions you do to embrace a culture? I want to know from you. So when you say Kanye West is in London now, yeah, what would you like him to do for you to feel like he's embracing the culture?
Already him going to a pub having bangers and mash and chips.
Could be something as simple as that.
You might not like bangers and mash and chips.
Don't look at life, please. Don't look at life as black and white. If you look at life like this or this, you ain't fucking going nowhere, cuz. There's many examples.
Well, you haven't given one.
I'm not fucking from England, I'm from Jamaica, but I don't really know nothing about it.
You're disrespecting.
In my eyes, like embracing the culture, there ain't really no culture in the UK.
No, there's many different cultures.
In my eyes, there's no culture in the UK. We always talk about the biggest thing you always see when you watch TV. They're like, oh, these immigrants come in, we've lost our culture. British culture, there's no fucking.
No, there is a culture.
No, there is
no culture, man.
When I say there's no British culture, I mean if you look at other countries, maybe I'm just a pessimist. I don't know. I don't give a fuck to be honest. But when you say a culture, it's something that everyone in that country does. England or London, to be more specific, is not that sort of environment. It's more capitalist, so there's no culture. It's more about getting money. If it was all about culture, then you still have nativity plays at schools, which have been abolished because we've got other religions and stuff, so, and we don't want to offend them.
Watching football and going to the pub.
I think he's talking about the typical British. People don't relate to it in that way. When you say British culture, what people mean, especially if you read the Daily Mail and things like that, they mean quintessentially English. And it's not like that.
That's a culture.
That is the culture.
No difference between what actually is there and what's actually being presented to you as something else. I'm listening.
Yeah, I've lived in Nigeria to be precise.
I was born in Nigeria.
You sing the fucking national anthem when you go to school. I don't know the fucking national anthem of Britain. I'm British, right?
But that's
all. Wait. Apart from your British passport and a few odd things that you relate to England, there's no culture. So the point that I'm trying to make is that whereas in America they have a real urban scene, they got the whole, whether it's your gang culture, you all know what cultures are. There are subcultures and then cultures. If you want to get all into sociology, I study it. Let's do that. I do the degree, okay? I'm 21, but I do it, yeah?
He's come from a country called Nigeria, which happens to be a delightful place. But they was really good at football, now they're rubbish at football. They're lighter than Ghanaians, so that's good. I'm joking, Ghana, I'm joking.
You're saying he should come and appreciate subcultures.
No, that gets me so mad. Don't do that. When you live in one area and you don't come out of the hood, you kind of seclude yourself to just like the majority of the people within the area in which he lives in. So maybe if he came out of the hood and went, I don't know, Brighton or something like that, he would broaden his horizon and see the world from a beautiful place. Because he doesn't understand ethnic minorities are 11% and black people are 3%, and that happens to be of 60 million people. So to say England doesn't have a culture, it's kind of crazy, really. A bit stupid.
It still doesn't make sense about there not being a culture. You might not like it. I don't like a lot of what British culture.
But it's still a culture.
It's still a culture.
There are subcultures. There's no culture.
Within the culture.
There's subculture within the.
Like there has to be a culture for there to be a subculture.
Yeah. What B Money was saying about there not being any British culture, I don't believe. There is British culture. He made some sense about there being subcultures and whatever, yeah. You know, I agree with that, but you know, him saying that there was no British culture in the first place was just a bit mad because there definitely is.
You know you're a side chick when you don't get bareback. Cap some shit from that bitch. That's a side chick. You strap up before you tap up. When you're a side chick, don't know how many other sides there are to you.
These man could have been boxing these things, being a bit rough with them, and the woman might have just been saying, look, can you ease up on me? Then, let me tell you something, yeah?